Everyone, welcome back. I know we haven't done a video like this in a very long time now. Actually, I think it's been a couple of months, but it's summer. I've got a lot of free time, and I think I can now get on a more consistent upload schedule since I've got tons of time and nothing to do. So, today we're going to be reviewing something a little bit different. Alright, so this is actually going to be addressing one of the issues, or one of the couple of issues that I found with this mini racing quad, and I will address those relatively quickly once I get into the video. So, this is a 4-motor, obviously, Spectrum receiver, Blade Inductrix Pro. If you ever had, or ever seen the Inductrix, it's a little yellow thing. It kind of looks like a bug. It's almost the same thing, except this can be hooked up to Betaflight, so you can actually configure it in different ways. And the field of view is a little bit bigger, along with the motors being a heck of a lot more powerful. I think last time I checked, these are 1700 kV motors, which I had bought some other motors from Amazon at one point on my regular Inductrix, and I slapped them on, so I'm used to flying something more like this. Granted, I haven't flown in forever now, but today I'm going to be flying with the Spectrum DXE transmitter and the Force One FPV goggles with the basic antenna and the completely basic setup. They were the cheapest things I could find at the time. One thing I should also mention is I'm not using... Okay, let me try that again. One thing I should also mention is that I'm not using the standard batteries that come with this drone. I'm using Electron Pro's 3.7 volt, 250 milliamp, 45C batteries, which not only gives me a little bit longer flight time, but it also gives me a lot more kick, I guess you could say. As you can see, I've got a bunch of them. I think I have 12 in total because I ordered 6 and they sent me double. I don't know why, but I got a super awesome deal on it. The transmitter that I'm using is the Spectrum DXE, as I previously mentioned. You have to have a 6-channel transmitter to use this mini drone with, because, well, you just need one. I actually don't really know why, but previously with the Inductrix, like the classic Inductrix FPV build, you only needed the 4-channel basic transmitter that they gave you with ready-to-fly stuff, which is a pretty bad transmitter. All of mine have broken, so that's why I finally decided to spend some extra money and get one of these. I will say the build quality is excellent, and this is turning into more a review of this controller than the actual drone. Let me shut up for a second. This drone is zippy. It's got really good agility, especially for being a drone of this size. I haven't been able to pull it off. I'm not sure if people have made modifications to it, but I've seen people doing flips with these things. The field of view on this camera, excellent. Also, something that should be noted, on the classic Inductrix FPV, the camera is tilted just straight forward, so you have to be flying like that. If you've ever flown one of these things, you know that's not how you make one of these things go. You have to tilt it like this for it to fly forward. So what this does is it actually makes it so that it looks like you're going straight, even though it's tilted a little bit. Okay, so one thing this doesn't have is meow mode, unlike the Inductrix FPV Plus. So what that is say you get into a crash, you flip over. The Inductrix FPV Plus will fire up 2 of its motors and just flip it right back onto its side, and you can keep going, or onto its feet and keep going. This doesn't have that, which is a little bit disappointing because I can't tell you how many times I've hit a wall and been upside down, had to go walk all the way across my house, which isn't a big deal. It's just way more convenient for if you're racing in close quarters and you're not that good at flying yet. Something else that I thought was really neat, I'm not sure if you can see it, but on the bottom there are these 4 little things right here, and that makes it so that it's super easily, or you can replace motors super easily. But something they didn't fix with the Pro model is these little bracings right there. There's 3 on them under each propeller, and if you hit a wall really hard, they can break. I've had 2 of mine break on here already. I mean, it's nothing a little bit of super glue can't solve, but you just have to tune it up after that and trim it up and do all that fun stuff. However, if you really get into this, you can get metal frames so you can completely avoid that altogether. Something else that they gave you with this is an extra shell. I'm not really sure why. I don't think it has any practical purpose. I think they just threw it in there to throw it in there. I'm not complaining. In most areas, this drone retails for anywhere from 100 to 120 bucks. I haven't checked super recently, but the last time I did check, that's how much this was. I think I got this for 100 bucks. I think. So this, something special about this little drone. It has a Betaflight board, which means it's completely configurable. If you know what Betaflight is, I won't get into detail there, because it's kind of complicated and I don't really understand it. But all I know is that you can hook this up and you can mess with the settings and inputs and all that fun stuff, which is great for an experienced flyer. I don't get it, so I'm just going to avoid it for now. And if you don't know what you're doing, I would probably avoid it too. But if you do, and you learn it, and that's great, then you can do all sorts of fun stuff with this drone. Alright, so let's get right into flying. Before you get flying, you're going to have to bind your controller to your drone. So how you do that, you have to hold down this little button right back here, push up on this, and there we go, it's bound. Now, right before you fly, you have to arm the motor. So what that means, you have to flick the switch, and a little light will go solid, and then you have to do that again, and then I'm doing something wrong, definitely. Oh, okay. You gotta hold this down, and then you gotta do that, and then you gotta do that. There we go. So just flick it and hit buttons, eventually you'll figure it out. Alright, so I don't think this is the full battery, but it looks like it's still kind of zippy. Yeah, no, this battery's gone. Dang it. Oh, something I forgot to mention. This is acro mode. In acro mode, when you push the stick forward, the drone won't level itself out. It'll just, let me just demonstrate like this, ready? If I were to do this, like that, and then let go, that's the regular stabilized mode. That's what most toy grade drones have. However, when you get into more the realm of racing drones and stuff, when you push this forward, this will just keep going forward like that. So if I don't let off, it'll just keep going forward. I don't have to turn. It's hard to learn, and I can do it outside. I can't do it in here, but it's really fun, and I'm glad that it gives you that option if you want that option. You know, for being such a little drone, it's pretty dang fast. And that's a truck. And I have to get up again. Alright, so I don't think this is the full battery, but it looks like it's still kind of zippy. Yeah, no, this battery's gone. Got it. And maybe I have one more battery. There we go. Oh yeah, this is punchy. So for a little drone like this, fast right now, or actually it is pretty fast right now, but this is like really fast. What did I hit? I think this is going to be my last battery for now. So if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, comment what you want to see next. If you're a new pilot though, or if you're new to the whole drone thing, kind of like me, this is an excellent drone because you can bang it around a lot and it is still kicking. Okay, so seeing that my phone is now literally on fire from trying to record a 15-second video, I'm going to have to use this to record what's inside of there because it won't save and it's spazzing out, and I probably doesn't help that I've used up almost every little gigabyte of storage that I have on this phone. I'm going to record the rest of the video with this, is what I'm trying to say, in simple terms. Okay, so overall thoughts on this drone. I like it. It's wicked fun just whipping around my basement with it. For a beginner drone, it's excellent. It's durable. It's relatively easy to configure and use. All of this stuff, I think, cost me somewhere around 150 to 200 bucks. So if you're going to get the drone, you have to get the DXE, or this is the cheapest possible controller you can get to be able to fly with this drone. And you have to get some sort of FPV goggles or monitor or whatever you want to get. This drone is held up excellent. It's fast, it's zippy, it's got a good battery life for something its size. Also, if you're going to do it, or if you're going to buy this drone, definitely pick up some of these batteries. They're excellent Electron Pro batteries. I think you can get them off of Amazon or something Just make sure you get these types and not something that's going to be too powerful or not powerful enough. Something else you might want to consider, occasionally when I'm flying, these propellers will come loose and one will just pop off randomly. But thankfully propellers are super cheap and you can get tons of them either at your local hobby shop or off Amazon or anywhere really. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, like it, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be doing hopefully a lot more of these in the future, trying to get back on a consistent upload schedule, even though there wasn't really an upload schedule at all. I'm going to be doing a whole lot more of these types of videos. If you have anything specifically that you want to see, leave it in the comments. I'll consider getting it or reviewing it or at least doing something with that.